Hi guys, welcome to Free Yoga Saturdays with the Wellness Collective. My name is Sam and today I'll be going through a vinyasa flow that's really just focused on reconnecting with your body, reconnecting with your center of yourself. And this time of year, everybody's like just running around like crazy, driving here, driving there, parties, events, shopping. Luckily I live right by the mall, so there's so many cars like every day now, just like driving to the mall, going, not paying attention, like drivers are all over the place. We tend to just get kind of wrapped up in the season, and while it is a fun season to like experience and enjoy, and you totally should, it's also important to like slow down every once in a while and reconnect with yourself and actually appreciate the moments and actually appreciate this time of year for more than just the materials aspect of it. And yoga is just a really good way to center yourself and to bring yourself back to the moment, back to the present moment. You're not focused on anything else. You're not focused on what you have to do or where you have to go. You're just in the moment, in the now, on your mat. And so I hope when you do this, just give yourself that appreciation for giving yourself that time to reconnect with yourself. Because this year, Christmas is really about love at the end of the day. Like, we get all these gifts and decorations and all of that is fun, and it's fun and all that, but it really comes down to the love and those memories that you have. And we don't they say like 20 years later, you don't remember every Christmas gift that you got or every Hanukkah gift that you got or every whatever gift that you got, but you remember the moments, you remember those parties, you remember the time you spent with your cousins, you remember the time you spent with your parents and your siblings. And so just give yourself that. Just remember as you go along in this season to just give yourself a break every once in a while and just take a step back and take a deep breath and just appreciate it and live in the now. Because if you're just constantly focusing, then that's when Christmas and this time just flashes by and you're like, oh my God, where did it even go? You didn't even enjoy it. So as you're going through today's flow, just really focus on listening to your body and honoring your body, like always with yoga. Like, if something doesn't feel good for you, you can always come out of it and go into child's pose or down dog or any other pose that feels good for you. Everything that I say is more of a suggestion. If you can't do that, or you need some props, or you want some adjustments, feel free to reach out and ask. Like, I'd be happy to give you more adjustments. I try and do at least like one or two throughout the course, but if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out. I would be happy to help. And with that, I'm just going to make it way over to your mat. And we're going to start standing today. So just come to mountain pose at the top of your mat. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Your shoulders are back. Your spine is straight. Your chest is lifted. Your palms are facing forward. And just take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, really ground into all four corners of your foot. Feel that energy coming through your hands as you stand strong and powerful. And just set your intention to be present with the moment, to be present with yourself. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Now interlace your hands and face them so the palms are facing out in front of you. And just lift up, stretch it up, and do a slight back bend if that feels good. Just slowly waking your spine up, stretching the shoulders a little bit. On your inhales, lift up. Your exhales, push. Inhale back to center. And exhale, go over to the left side. Just leaning over to the left, getting a nice side body stretch on the right side. Your hips are still square towards the front of your mat. Inhale back up. Exhale, fold over to the right now. And that nice side body stretch on the left side. And back up. Now bring your hands behind your back, interlace them behind your back. Your feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lift your chest up. Do a slight back bend, reaching your shoulders down, lifting your chest up. Your next exhale, fold down. You can have a slight bend in your knee if that feels good. Just bringing your chest to your thighs. Only going as far as feels good for you. Just really stretching those shoulders. Just give me 1 second. And release your hands down into your forward fold. And leave your left palm on the ground. Bend your left knee, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling. Getting a nice hamstring stretch, stretching the psoas muscle. And release. Now bring the right palm to your mat. Bend the right knee, lift the left arm up. Look up. Twisting in your spine, stretching the hamstring, that psoas muscle on your calf. And release. And just see if you can just hang here, bring your chest to your thighs, bending your knees if that feels good. And just slowly roll up, bringing your fingertips up your calves. Slowly straightening your legs out. Rolling your spine up vertebrae by vertebrae. Moving the shoulders back into your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. We're going to go through a Surya Namaskar A just to do a little warm up. Oh, after this, jump out to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale to your downward dog. First downward dog, you can just walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. Stretching each leg. Really pushing the mat away with your palms. Wrapping your shoulder blades around your chest, broadening your shoulders. And then slowly just bring your knees down to your mat, to a tabletop position. We're just going to go through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, round your shoulders, chin to your chest, navel to your spine. Inhale, up. Exhale into your cat. Inhale, cow. You could go at your own pace. Just want to make sure your breath is lining up. Inhales as you're looking up. Exhales as you're rounding. And from here, come to a neutral spine. Our hips are above our knees. I'm just going to walk your palms down to your mat and come into a puppy pose. So I'm going to bring your chest down to the mat, keeping your hips above your knees. You can also always put a pillow under your chest or block for some more support. Sometimes I hold on to the edge of my mat. Getting a nice stretch in the shoulders, opening the chest. And remembering to breathe for any discomfort that you might be having. We're going to move our hips forward and come into our Sphinx pose. So we're on our forearms still. They're about shoulder distance apart. Your shoulders are back, your chest is lifted. So you're in a slight back bend. Your legs are straight out behind you. Just lifting your chest up. And release down. Bring your forehead to your mat. Bring your hands out to the side and just tabletop them, come onto your fingertips. And just lift yourself up, looking up into another slight back bend. Maybe tilting your head back if that feels good. And release down. Bringing your forearms back into shoulder distance, into our Sphinx pose. Then we're going to tuck our toes and come up to a forearm plank. And just hang here for one breath. Take a deep inhale in and exhale out. Your next inhale, come up to regular plank, so come up onto your palms. And then exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale to your downward dog. Really pushing the mat away with your hands and your feet. Your spine is straight, your hips are lifted. And step forward into standing forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Now we're going to do one round of Namaskar. Just get a little warmed up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step that left foot back. Come into your low lunge. Arms up. Frame your foot. Step back into plank, and then instead of just coming down in chaturanga, bring your knees down, bend your elbows, bring your chest, your chin, come through to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Now step that left foot forward into a left low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step it forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump or step out to plank. Take a breath. Your next exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to your upward dog. Exhale to your down dog. Now lift that right leg up into your three-legged dog. So just right straight out behind you. And step it through between your hands into your runner's lunge. Leaving your left palm on the floor beside your right foot. Lift your right arm up, looking up at the ceiling. Our hips are square, just twisting at the spine. Next inhale, lift up into your reverse revolved lunge. And bring that right hand down to that left leg, that left arm up into twisted reverse lunge. And release back to your center. Bring your hands up. Next inhale, bring your hands open to cactus arms. Exhale, straighten that front leg, bring your arms up. Inhale, arms back to cactus, back to your lunge. And straighten it out one more time. And cactus arms in your lunge. Then bring that back left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Bring your arms up into your warrior one. So that right knee is still above the right ankle. Our right foot is still facing the top of our mat. The left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Our hips are square and our shoulders are square towards the front of our mat. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your chest up. Exhale, fold down into your humble warrior. Reaching your hands up high. Trying not to sink into your leg, just trying to hold yourself there. And lift back to warrior one. Hands to heart center. We're gonna lift up, come into our warrior 3 pose. You can, if you can, just bring this leg up as high as you can. So if you got here, just work on balancing it, you'll get there. If you need to use a table or chair for some balance, you do that. Bring your hands down to the mat. Lift that left leg up a little bit higher without opening your hips up, just keeping that hip straight. And release down to your runner's lunge. Now we're gonna pivot on the ball of the left foot and open up into our side lunge, the right side. Have your hands at heart center, keeping your spine straight. You want to bring that right arm out beside the knee and the left arm up, stretching over. And then bring your hands down and walk yourself over to the other side, straightening that left foot out towards the back of the mat. The right foot comes up. And bringing your hands to heart center. Just need to get a sip of water. Bringing that left arm beside the left knee, that right arm up, looking up at the right fingertips. And now come back, frame your left foot on each side. Pivot that back to come onto the ball of your right foot into a runner's lunge on the other side now. So I'm just gonna get music going. So we're in our runner's lunge. Leave that right hand on the floor next to the left foot, that left arm up, looking up at the left fingertips. Take a breath. Your next inhale, lift up, lift up into your revolved lunge. And bring that left arm down the right leg, that right arm up and over. And back to center. Your hands overhead. Your next inhale, bring your hands out to cactus. Exhale, straighten that leg. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, arms up. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, hands up. Now, cactus arms. Bring that right foot down, 45-degree angle. That left foot stays the same. Our hips are square. Our shoulders are square. Arms overhead into our warrior 1. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold down, bringing your left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Your humble warrior. And inhale back up to your warrior 1. Bring your hands down to heart center and start to lift off to your warrior 3. Like I said, this is as far as you are right now. That's great. Just work on bringing it up a little bit more each time. And if you want to have a little bend in the left knee, in the standing knee, that helps also. And bring your hands down to the floor and raise that right leg up a little bit higher. If you want, you can grab onto the left leg with your left arm. Pull yourself in a little bit closer. And release back down to your runner's lunge. And we're going to walk our hands through center again. Pivot the toes. They're both facing the side of your mat. We're just in a wide-legged forward fold. Just want to walk your hands back through your legs. Your toes are pointed slightly inward. Then back down. I'm just going to inch my feet closer together so they're a little bit wider than hip distance apart. We're going to come down into our Melasma Squat. So our toes are pointing out, heels are facing in. And using your hands to heart center, using your elbows to open up the knees. I'm just going to turn these the long way on the mat. And if you want to put that left arm out, that right arm up. And bring the right arm down, the left arm up. And then just bring your hands out in front of you. So your knees are kind of resting on your, right above your elbows. And if you want to try a crow pose, you can just start to rock back and forth with your knees kind of underneath your armpits, above your elbows. Or if you have your crow and you want to come up. And then wherever you're at, jump out to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, stack your hips. If this feels good, you can just stay here. Doing a little bit more. Bring that right foot down to the ground, into your wild thing. Bring out your right fingertips. Next, exhale, lower down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. And bring that right arm back over, back to your three-legged dog. And step it through between your hands into your runner's lunge. And windmill your arms up into your warrior two. So back foot comes down, parallel with the back of your mat. Front foot is facing the top of our mat, our right knee over our right ankle. Looking over your right fingertips. And now flip that front palm, bring that left hand either down the left leg, or you can wrap it around your waist, reaching for your right thigh. Into your reverse warrior. And exhale, bring that right arm to the inside of the right knee, that left arm up and over into our extended side angle. From here, you just want to move your hand a little bit in front of your foot and slowly start to lift up into your half moon pose. So this foot is still parallel with the back of your mat, just like in warrior two. Opening up to the side. And exhale, come back down to your warrior two. Straighten that front leg and bring the right hand down into triangle pose. You're reaching for your right big toe or the mat or your calf. Just opening up to the side so your hips are open. You can also try and bind in your triangle. And come back up. And now reverse your triangle. So bring that left hand down the left leg, right arm up. And windmill your hands over, back to your runner's lunge again. Now bring your hands to the inside of the right foot and slowly inch that right foot over to the edge of your mat. I'm gonna come into our lizard pose. So once your foot's over to the edge of the mat, you kind of want this knee kind of opening up to the side. It's a really good hip flexor. Come down onto your forearms. And you can stay here if that feels good. Or if you want to lower that left leg down to the mat. I'm just letting that right leg, that right hip kind of just open up to the side. And coming back up to the left palm, to your right hand back. And see if you can just grab that left foot, just bring it in a little bit closer. Stretching that hamstring. It's really good stretch for that hamstring. And release. And then we're just going to inch that right foot back through center and inch it on over to the other side of the mat and bring that right knee down towards the right corner, coming into our half pigeon pose. Again, if your right calf does not have to be parallel with the top of your mat. You can be in as close to your body as feels good, whatever works for you. If you want to put a pillow or some blocks under here, under either one of your hips would help. Just make it so it feels comfortable for you, so you feel that stretch. You don't want something that's so painful that you immediately get out of or you hate, you just don't do. Make it comfortable for yourself, and then you'll get farther each time. Slowly walk your hands down into a sleeping swan. You want your hips to be square. And again, yoga is just about doing what feels good for your body, what feels good for you. And we're all different, and we all experience this human experience differently, and we all have different reactions. So if something doesn't feel good for you, don't do it. Reach out, ask if there's an alternative. Because I guarantee there probably is. Yoga has so many different variations. Lift back up. Now, if you want, you can stay here. If you want a little more, bend that back leg. See if you can hook that left foot with your left elbow. You can just bring it in closer to that right arm up. And see if you can grab your fingertips. Just pulling it in closer into your king pigeon pose. Just bringing it in closer and closer. Open up to the side. And release. Now bring your hands to the side of the mat. Lift back up and come back to your three-legged dog. That right leg raised up high. And step down to just your regular down dog. And step it forward to your forward fold. Just get in here, grab the back of your thighs if that feels good. Hands on the mat. Next inhale, jump or step out to your plank. And come over to your right palm, lifting that left arm up into your side plank. So you're still lifting your hips up, but your shoulders are on top of each other. Now see if you want to bring that left foot up into your side tree plank. If you want a little bit more, you can go into star plank. And release back down to your regular plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. I'm going to do the other side now. Inhale that left leg up into your three-legged dog. Exhale, fold it over, opening that hip up, stacking the hips. Bringing that left foot down to the mat. Opening up into your wild thing. Next exhale, bring it down. Inhale, back up. Exhale. And inhale. And flip back around to your three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through into your lunge. Now we're going to windmill those arms up and bring that right foot down. That's parallel with the back of your mat. Coming into your warrior two. Shoulders above your hips, knee above your ankle, looking over your left fingertips. Flip my hair up for a second. So you can relax your leg for a second. Sorry, just gonna put my hair. Okay, so we're in our warrior two. Now you can either bring that right hand down that right leg or reach that right arm around your back for the left thigh. That left palm up and over. Reverse warrior. And bring that left hand down beside the left foot. That right arm up. As you exhale, reach it over to your extended side angle. Bring that left hand a little bit in front of that left foot and slowly reach up into your half moon pose. Opening up to the side. And release back down to your warrior two. Straighten that front leg. And bring that left hand down to the mat or to your calf or to your big toe, opening up into your triangle pose, looking at your right fingertips. If you want to bind, bring that left arm underneath, right arm through. Release back. Bring that right hand down the right leg to reverse triangle. And windmill your hands back to your runner's lunge. And step it out back to your plank. We're going to bring that left palm to the center of your mat. Come over onto the left edge of your foot into your left side plank. And if this feels good, you could stay here, keeping those hips lifted, or bring that right foot to the thigh into your side tree plank pose. A little bit more out into your star. Back through the plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra. So cobra, you're leaving your thighs on your mat. Just lifting your chest up. Rolling your shoulders back. Really opening up your heart and reconnecting with yourself. And your breath. Release down. Just gonna get a sip. Now bring your thighs and your feet together. And imagine they're like glued together. Your toes are pointed. And release your hands behind your back. Your next inhale, you're going to lift up your chest and your legs into our locust pose. And only go as far as feels good. So inhale, lift up. Reaching those arms, those hands back. Think those legs are glued together. And release. Now we're going to come into our bow pose. So I'm going to bend the knees, grab the ankles from the outside. Still imagining that your legs are like glued together. Your next inhale, we're going to lift up, pushing your feet up, your chest up. It feels good to have a little rock. Just don't want your legs coming open like that. You want to keep them straight. Lifting up higher, a little higher each time. And release. Press up to your Cobra again. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Come into your down dog. Pushing your feet and your hands into your mat. Lifting your hips up. Your spine is straight. Just breathe. Feel the oxygen flow through your body. As you inhale and exhale. Step forward to your forward fold. This time just grab opposite elbows and come into our ragdoll pose. Just get a bend in your knee if that feels good, or keep your legs straight. Just gonna rock back and forth. Letting gravity kind of do the work. And release your hands. Then we're gonna just do a spinal roll up. Just let your fingertips trace your body. You slowly lift up, straightening your legs, straightening your spine, your shoulders. And we're gonna come into our standing pose. So I'm just gonna turn, face you. Just gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, bringing that right foot to the inside of the left calf, the left thigh. For your tree pose. And your hands can be overhead, or they can be at heart center. Just focusing on that one drishti point. If you want a little bit more, come into half lotus tree pose. And that right foot on top of the left hip. And release, bring that right knee into your chest. We're gonna wrap it around your left leg. So if this is as far as you can go, that feels good, stay there. You can wrap it around the calf a little bit more as you come into your eagle pose. Bring that right arm underneath the left. And just sink down. As you breathe, just focusing. And release. Bringing that right knee into your chest still. Holding onto it with your left hand, reaching that right arm out behind you. And a revolve, standing twist. You want to extend, grab the right big toe with your left hand, extend that out. Come back through center, release your hands. Slowly let that leg flow down. Now we're gonna come into the other side. Let's bring that left foot up to the inside of the right leg or the right thigh. Hands at heart center. Some more comments. Now releasing that leg, bring that left knee into your chest. And release. Then wrap it around the right as far as feels good for you. Bring that left arm underneath the right. I'm just gonna twist the thumb. Just sink down a little bit more, kind of like chair pose. Bringing your thumbs towards your third eye. Release. Bring that left knee into your chest. Hold on to that with your right hand, opening up to the side. You want to extend that left leg out. Coming back through center, releasing your hands, and let it flow down. 10. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. So your hands are overhead, just sitting as far back as you can, feels good for you. You don't want your knees to come past your toes. Just sinking your hips back. Reaching your arms out forward, out ahead, or heart center. And slowly lower down. Lift up into a boat pose. If this feels good for you, you can stay here. You want to fully extend. You want to stay here. Do what feels right for you. Taking a breath. And releasing down. Now bring your feet, the soles of your feet flat on your mat, and slowly lower yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae. I'm gonna come into our bridge position. So you wanna move your feet close to your glutes, your hands are at your side. Feet are about hip distance apart. Next inhale, we're gonna push our hips up, lift up, bringing your shoulder blades to touch underneath, pushing the hips higher without crunching your neck. Bring your knees together, they're still hip distance, not letting them open up to the side. And release. Bring your knees into your chest. And we're gonna come into either your second wheel pose or your bridge pose. Your second bridge pose or your wheel pose. Coming into wheel, bring your hands by the outside of your ears. Your feet are in the same position. We're gonna inhale, lift up. And just remember to breathe in whatever pose you're in. It feels good to lift one leg and another leg. And release down. Bringing your knees into your chest. This time just rocking back and forth a little bit. Maybe just circling your knees a little bit. And just slowly rock back and forth on your spine until you just roll up to seating. We're going to come into our staff pose. Your feet are straight out ahead in front of you. Your feet are flexed. Your hands are at your side. Shoulders are lifted. Shoulders are lifted behind you. Chest is lifted. Looking up. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold down. Over, reaching for your toes, your calves, your ankles, whatever you want to reach for. This is a good place if you have any props like a yoga strap. I, of course, cannot find mine right now because my boyfriend stuff's all over the place. But if you have a strap, this is a really good way to work it so that you know that you're still lifting your chest and keeping your spine straight as you fold over, but you're getting a little bit closer each time. Because a lot of times we tend to like hunch over like that. And we're like, oh yeah, I can reach my toes, but it's really, you're not keeping your spine straight and lifted. Just try and bring your forehead towards your calves or whatever feels good for you. Just feeling your body release. toning that vagus nerve, bringing you back to the center, bringing you back to the present moment. Ujjayi breath is really good to practice for class like this. Just inhaling and exhaling audibly. And lift back up. And now we're going to bring that left foot, the sole of your foot, so it's on the outside of the right thigh. Hugging that left knee into your chest as we twist to the side. Looking over your left shoulder. And this is like a modified half over to the fish's pose. You want to bring that right elbow to the outside of the leg and just a little bit more. You can. Most important, keeping your spine straight and your chest lifted. Release. Now bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. And just open up towards the side of it. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, reach it over. Just feeling that in your side body and in your right hamstring. Or if it feels better for you to come at it straight ahead, just do one leg at a time like that. You can also do that. I just like the side body stretch of the other way. But it's up to you. And releasing. Now bringing the right foot, sole of your foot to the outside of the left thigh. And just hugging that right knee into your chest. Right fingertips behind you. Twisting to the left, to the right. I'm going to bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And release. And again, same thing. Bring the right sole of your foot to the inside and just lift up and fold down straight forward. That feels good for you, do that. You want to open it up a little bit more, bringing that knee out to the side and stretching over to the side like that. Just inhaling as you lift up and exhaling as you fold over. Back up to center. We're going to come into our butterfly pose. Just bring the soles of your feet to touch. Bring them in as close as feels comfortable for you. And grab onto your ankles. And just lift your chest up. Just exhale, fold down. It feels good for you to put your hands out in front of you. Kind of walk them out that way. Or if you just want to bring your forehead to the mat, that feels good that way. And from there, sorry, I should be facing the other way. We're just going to release down, keeping our our feet, soles of our feet touching, coming into Davadakanasana, recline butterfly. And if you want to grab the outside of your feet, come into happy baby. Feel your body settling. And release that left leg down. Keep that right leg in close towards your shoulder. See if you can bring it in a little bit closer, maybe out to the side a little bit more. Just into a half happy baby. And grab onto your right big toe with your right peace fingers. And just lift that up straight as you can. Trying to bring your knee to your nose. And release it down. Bring the left knee into your chest, to your happy baby on this side, and the outside of the left foot. Just rocking it open a little bit more. And grabbing onto the left big toe, bringing it back to center and slowly straightening it out. Bringing that left leg in a little bit closer. And release down. Then bring the right knee into your chest again and fold it down towards the left as your right hand is out to the side, looking over your right fingertips. To recline, supine twist. Just letting your body relax here. Just surrender to the moment. Appreciate your body. Release that leg down. Bring the left knee into your chest and bring it down over to the right. Recline, twist. Again, just letting your body relax, release, let go. One more time, just bring your knees into your chest. And then just get a big stretch like you're reaching your hands for the wall behind you and your feet for the one in front of you. And release into your corpse pose, Asana. Feel your body tingling, your muscles relaxing, letting go, piece by piece, surrendering to the moment. Taking this moment to fully appreciate your body, to thank your body for being there for you, helping to get you through this holiday season and all the other things that it does for you. You can just stay in Savasana for as long as feels good. Just let the thoughts kind of go, come and go as they come, as they go, as they please. And or if you got things to do and you got to get up and go, just say thank you and appreciate your body and get on your way. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out at SamCam Yoga. Any questions, I really would love to help. I love talking about yoga. And I never get to talk about it enough because my boyfriend doesn't really do it that much. So. Have a good weekend, guys, and thanks for watching.